What's up, folks? The Sportsbook Killa, UFC Fight Night, Abu Dhabi. This is going to be a good fight card here. Last week, I did pretty good. My strong bets went really well. You guys know my prop bets hit pretty good. I was about 85% on my prop bets. I was 75% on my strong picks. The only one hurt me was Mr. Preston Parsons, but everybody else came through. And it was just a good night, real good night, especially, man, those prop bets I be giving y'all, man, them over-unders was hitting. I only missed one, so that was pretty solid. Then let's get to this Fight Night Abu Dhabi thing and see if we can do this again. The main event, we got the bantamweight men's division. We got Corey Sandhagen going up against Umar Nurmagomedov. Corey Sandhagen is a jiu-jitsu brown belt. He has good boxing, good takedowns. He does all kinds of stuff, flying knees. He has a lot of slick moves on the ground. He has a very strong chin, and he's versatile in his striking. He can throw kicks, punches. Corey Sandhagen has an array, just a big bag with a lot of tools in it. He's good, no question. Umar Nurmagomedov is 17-0. He's a World Combat Sambo champ. He's been one anyway. He's from Dagestan, so there's your indicator right there that says, okay, he's going to be strong in the grappling. He has very strong kicks, and he has phenomenal takedowns, incredible ground game, and incredible cardio. It's no way in the world I'm betting against Nurmagomedov. Just not going to do it. I believe he's the cousin of Khabib Nurmagomedov. So this is going to be a stronger pick. Right now, you can get him at minus 230. So just 2.3 to 1 odds you have to give up to get Nurmagomedov. I'll take it. And I'm also going to bet the over 1.5 round prop, the over 2.5 round prop. And I'm going to toss a little small bet on the over 3.5 round prop. I see this fight being a lot of slick moves on the ground. Corey Sandhagen trying to get up. I don't think Corey Sandhagen will attempt to take Nurmagomedov down. I don't, because that'll probably exhaust him. It's hard to take these Dagestani wrestlers down. It really is. These guys are tough, and they always get right back up. So I see Sandhagen probably trying to keep it a striking match because he is a few inches taller than Nurmagomedov. But I'm going to ride Nurmagomedov. I think he puts Corey Sandhagen on his back and keeps him on his back for the entire fight. Next fight, we got Shara Bullet Magomedov going up against Michael Olejniczak. I'm not betting against Shara Magomedov. The guy can kick like crazy. He's from Dagestan as well, but he's a different kind of Dagestani fighter. He's not heavy on grappling at all. He's not heavy on wrestling. This guy likes to kick. He can kick. So he has very fast kicks, versatile kicks. He kicks from all angles. You put him on his back, he'll kick you from down there. This guy he's good. He is a phenomenal striker, and he has really good cardio. So I'm going to go with, let me give you a little bit on Olejniczak. He's a pressure fighter, though I don't think pressure is going to help him here. He's a hard puncher, and he has good boxing and a strong chin, and he's going to need that chin because I got a funny feeling he's going to catch a few head kicks, and he's going to need that strong chin to hold him up. But I'm definitely taking the undefeated 13-0 Shara Magomedov over Michael Olejniczak, and I'm going to take the prop bet that the fight starts the second round. That's what I'll do with DraftKings. Next fight, we got the men's bantamweight division. Marlon Chito Vera going up against Davison Figueiredo. Now, this is going to be an interesting fight. Figueiredo is good. He's good everywhere on the ground. Both of these guys are jiu-jitsu black belts, first of all. Both of these guys have good boxing. Both of them have strong chins, so I see this fight lasting a while. Both of them have pretty good cardio, but Marlon Vera has really good cardio, great cardio. I'm going to take the upset. I'm going to go with Marlon Vera. I think it'll be hard for Figueiredo to take Marlon Vera down. I really do. If he gets him down, okay, but I think it's going to be hard for him to take Marlon Vera down. And I think if the fight remains standing, I think Marlon Vera will piece him up. The hardest round for Marlon Vera is going to be that first round because he starts really slow, and it's kind of frustrating. And this is only a 3-rounder, I think. So if it's only 3 rounds and he gives up the first round, I'm going to be sweating this whole bet. So if you don't like the sweat, you might not want to take Marlon Vera. You may want to lay off this one. But Figueiredo is going to be the more explosive fighter. He explodes. It's hard punching, quick takedowns. He has that explosion in his game. But I got to go with Marlon Vera. He's been doing it a long time. I mean, he's went the distance with a lot of really, really good strikers. So he's got some experience. And I'm also going to take the over 1.5 round prop, and I'm going to take the over 2.5 round prop. I don't see either one of these guys getting finished. These two dudes are tough. So Marlon Vera's the pick, over 1.5 rounds, over 2.5 rounds. Next fight, we got the men's welterweight division. Tony Ferguson going up against Michael Chiesa. So let me first of all say I'm not going to touch this fight at all. I'm not going to do no over-unders, and I'm not going to pick a winner because I'm a Tony Ferguson fan. And I don't like him fighting at 40 years old, and he's lost 7 straight fights, and he's still fighting. And I just don't feel comfortable watching this. Not only that, I just don't like the fact that he's fighting at 40, and he's getting banged up pretty good in there. Even when he was in his prime, he was having some very tough fights. We was taking some tough shots. So I'll just say I'm going to sit this fight out. But I can give you the ballistics on these two fighters. Tony Ferguson, like I say, he's 40 years old. He's 26-10. He's a 10th planet jiu-jitsu black belt under Eddie Bravo. He has good boxing, huge hands. So when he lands a punch, he lands a punch. And he has really good cardio. His takedown defense, though, he's been getting dominated on the ground by so many different fighters now. It's almost everybody takes this guy to the ground, and he has no answer for it. And like I said, he's on a 7-fight losing streak. So I don't even know how this fight's taking place, but it is. Michael Chiesa is a jiu-jitsu brown belt. His boxing is really weak. He's very stiff in there. And he's on a 3-fight losing streak. He's 36 years old. And his record is 18-7. So you guys do what you want with that fight, but I'm not going to touch that one at all. Next fight, we got the women's strawweight division. Mackenzie Dern going up against Lupe Godinez. This fight right here is going to be a little frustrating no matter who you pick, because both of these ladies are going to be – Mackenzie Dern has the best jiu-jitsu in the UFC probably, but has absolutely zero way to get the fight to the ground so that she can execute all those good submissions she has. So her wrestling chops just aren't that good. She's a 2-time jiu-jitsu world champ. Her ground game is phenomenal. She's a jiu-jitsu black belt. She has a very strong chin, but her takedowns are very weak. It's so hard for her to get people to the ground and keep them there. If they have any kind of wrestling, it's hard for her to keep them down. Lupe Godinez has really good wrestling that she doesn't seem to like to use a whole lot, but she has it. She has good cardio. She's a jiu-jitsu purple belt. She has good takedowns, but I don't think she's going to want to use them against Mackenzie Dern. Her boxing's better, though. From what I've looked at in video, Lupe Godinez is the better boxer of the two, and I can imagine her being the better boxer. So I'm going to go with the upset. Right now, Lupe Godinez is plus 105 underdog. I'm going to take Lupe to pull off the upset. I just can't rely on Mackenzie Dern, and I'm not really all that excited about betting on Lupe Godinez, so I won't be putting much on her, but I will take a shot at her pulling off the upset. I'm definitely going to take the over 1.5 round prop with this one, and I'm going to take the over 2.5 round prop as well. I see Mackenzie Dern diving in, trying to take Godinez down. I think Godinez wrestling will keep her upright, and I see her edging out a striking decision over Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern has bettered her striking, but I just don't think it's going to be as good as Lupe's. So that's my pick on that one. Next fight. Joel Alvarez is going up against Elvis Brenner. This is interesting. Very interesting. Joel Alvarez is 6'2". Elvis Brenner is 5'10". So there's going to be a big size discrepancy there. Joel Alvarez is a jiu-jitsu brown belt. He is a hard striker. He throws kicks, elbows, punches. This guy's good. And he has very strong leg kicks. Very strong leg kicks. But his takedown defense is rather weak. And the reason for that is he likes being on his back. He submitted so many people off of his back. If you look at him, he has like almost no takedowns in his entire career. But he has all of these submissions. These guys take him down, they get submitted. Now, the problem with this fight is Elvis Brenner was a jiu-jitsu black belt at the age of 15. So if he gets Alvarez on the ground, I'm not so sure Alvarez will be able to submit him off of his back. And Elvis Brenner has really good takedowns. He has a strong chin. His cardio is just not that good. He doesn't have good cardio. I'm not going to bet a whole lot on this fight because it is very close and it can go a lot of different ways. It could end in a knockout. It can end in a submission. I'm going to lean Joe Alvarez and hope that he can keep the fight standing long enough to piece up Brenner to edge out a close decision over him. That's what I'm hoping. So I'm going to put a little something on Joe Alvarez. Right now, he's at minus 185, meaning you got to give up almost 2-1 odds on him. I don't like that at all, but I'll put a little something on him and see what Mr. Alvarez does. Next fight, we got the light heavyweights. Alonzo Menifield going up against Azamat Murzakanov. Now, this fight, you are going to want to see. This is one to see here. Alonzo Menifield has KO power, and he's a good boxer. He has really good leg kicks, too. But his cardio, he doesn't have good cardio. That's another one. He doesn't have that good cardio. Azamat Murzakanov, this guy, he's from Russia. He's a pressure fighter, southpaw. He's only 5'10", but well, I won't say only, but he's 5'10". Menifield is 6 feet. But Murzakanov, I'm going to call him Azamat. That's easier. Azamat, he has a very strong right jab and his boxing's good. He has KO power as well and a strong chin. This is going to make for a really good fight. I'm going to take Azamat to pull off the win. Alonzo Menifield has been busting up some pretty good fighters, though. He beat up Dustin Jacoby recently. So it's hard to take somebody over Menifield right now because Menifield's on a good little roll. Yeah, he lost to Carl Olberg, but I mean, before that, he was doing pretty good. So I'm going to take Azamat. He's undefeated at 13-0. I'm going to take him to win. And I'm going to take the over 0.5 round prop. And that's a prop with DraftKings where the fight only has to last more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Yep, 0.5 rounds. And I'm also going to take the prop bet that the fight starts the second round with DraftKings as well. DraftKings has those kind of bets. A lot of people ask me about that. I didn't know that a lot of other sports books didn't offer that, but DraftKings does. Next fight, we got the lightweights. Muhammad Yahya going up against Kyle Fernandez. This fight here, I'll just be honest with you. I watched Muhammad Yahya fight, and the best thing I could find in his game is a body kick. He has a decent body kick. Other than that, his boxing's weak. He's not aggressive at all, and his ground game's weak. So I don't know if they've invented a more boring fighter than this guy. This guy is just horrible. So when I saw Yahya fight, I didn't even have to look at Kyle Fernandez. I said, man, the next guy got to be better than him. There's no way. So I'm going with Kyle Fernandez all the way. And then I look up and I see Fernandez is like a 3.5-1 favorite. So I looked at his fights anyway. Fernandez looks pretty strong. He's very aggressive in there. Very aggressive. So I'll be going with Kyle Fernandez on this one. Fernandez is a jiu-jitsu black belt. He's a very hard and versatile striker. He has a good ground game, and he has really good takedowns. So it's going to be a rough night for Mr. Yahya. So, and I'm also going to take the over 0.5 round prop with this one too. Next fight, we got the heavyweights. Shamil Gaziev going up against Don'Tale Mayes. Interesting fight. I do not like the way Don'Tale Mayes fights. But let me give you some ballistics on both of these guys. Shamil Gaziev is from Dagestan. He's a pressure fighter. He definitely has KO power, and he has a good ground game. His cardio's weak, but he does have good takedowns. Don'Tale Mayes, his wrestling's weak. His cardio's weak. He does have fast leg kicks, though, but his grappling is just weak. His grappling's weak. His ground game's weak. I got to go with Gaziev on this one, even though both of them have displayed really weak cardio issues. I mean, they don't have good cardio at all. But I think Gaziev, if he gets a few takedowns, it'll be a pretty easy fight for him. Right now, his record is 12-1. He is I'm going to bet that the fight starts the second round and that the fight starts the third round. And I'm thinking Gaziev, if he can just get a few takedowns in this fight, it should be an easy win for him. So I'll be taking Shamil Gaziev over Don'Tale Mayes in this one. Next fight, we got the lightweights. Guram Kutateladze going up against Jordan Vucinic. Jordan Vucinic, this is his UFC debut, so it wasn't a whole lot of info on him. But what I've seen in his past fights in different leagues, he he's a versatile striker. He has good takedowns. He has a good ground game, and he can box. But Guram Kutateladze has given every UFC fighter they put in front of him some problems. He beat Matthias Gamrot. It was a close decision, but he won. So, and he has a black belt in Japanese jiu-jitsu. Kutateladze has strong body kicks. He's a hard puncher. He has a great ground game and great takedown defense. So I'll be going with Kutateladze for this one. Next fight, we got the strawweights. Let me see here. Victoria Dudakova. And she's fighting Sam Hughes. If you don't want to yell at the TV and get your blood pressure up, you may not want to bet on this fight right here, because I got a funny feeling no matter who you bet on, you're going to be yelling for them to do something. And Dudakova, her ground game's weak, and she loves to take people down, but her ground game isn't that strong. She has good body kicks, but her boxing's rather weak as well. Sam Hughes, she has great cardio and a strong chin, but her boxing just isn't there. So I don't know who wins this. I guess if you had to bet, I just don't know. I don't want to say Dudakova because she's the favorite, but looking at her fight, I just don't see somebody that I can actually bet on with confidence. So I won't bet on this fight. You can pick whoever you want, but I'm going to take the over 1.5 round prop and the over 2.5 round prop. I got a funny feeling we in for a nice, slow, boring fight. Next fight, we got the lightweights. Now, this is going to be a good one. Jai Herbert going up against Rolando Bedoya. I'm going to take Jai Herbert here. I am. Rolando Bedoya is pretty good, though. He's pretty good. I like his striking. He has good boxing. He has good leg kicks. He has a very strong chin. This guy can take a punch. Jai Herbert has fast kicks. He's a jiu-jitsu brown belt. He's really good on the ground, too. And he has good takedown defense. And I like his cardio. So that's why I'm going to lean Jai Herbert. And I'm going to sprinkle a little bet on the fight going over 1.5 rounds. And I'm going to sprinkle a little something on the fight starting the 3rd round. Next fight, we got the middleweights. Cedric Dumas going up against Dennis Tululin. This fight here, I'll give you some ballistics on these guys. Dumas, he's a jiu-jitsu blue belt. He has He has a decent ground game. He has a good left jab, good boxing. Dennis Tululin is a pressure fighter. He is a hard puncher, hard, versatile striker. He throws punches hard, kicks hard, does everything hard. He has good boxing and a strong chin. He has pretty good takedown defense as well. I can't trust. I wanted to go with Cedric Dumas because he's at -218, but not because he's at -218, but I looked and saw he was at -218, meaning you have to give up 2-to-1 odds on the money. I don't have that kind of confidence in him. I don't. After I saw the fight with Josh Fremd, and I saw Josh Fremd basically judo throwing him around like that, I just can't put the confidence there. So I'm not going to touch this fight here. I'm not, because Dennis Tululin, if he lands one good punch, this fight could be all his. It's really Tululin's to lose, because I don't think Dumas is that good in the striking. And he really isn't. He's not that good in the striking. Now, I think he'll grow into a really good fighter, but right now he's only had 11 fights. So I'm gonna stay away from picking a winner on that one. I'm gonna stay off that one. And I am gonna bet the over 0.5 round prop. And I'll bet that the fight makes it to the 2nd round. I bet that the fight starts the 2nd round. And that'll be with DraftKings. Good luck this Saturday, folks. It should be a good fight card. I can't wait to see how these picks go. And like I said, good luck to everybody. Y'all take care.